Running. There is blood, gore, intense, violence, nudity. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another tabletop adventure here at Digital Woods. Today we got a 750 point battle report between a successor chapter of the Space Marines
and Thousand Suns.
I recently just got done with playing Iron Hands, and we're not going to touch them for another moment real quick because they're real good.
They're super good.
But I wanted to mess around with the successor chapter stuff, so we'll see how that works out. Let's get to our armies and get to the action. See you in a bit. Woo!
Alright, so here's going to be my 751 points of Thousand Suns. I'll be running a battalion detachment for this one, and just let's start it off. So my HQ for this one is going to be Ahriman himself, this time riding on his Disc of Tzeentch. All his standard kit otherwise, and his psychic powers for this one are going to be Glamour of Tzeentch, Diabolic Strength, and Prescience, and of course Smite. And his Warlord trait is going to be Otherworldly Prescience, or Presence, his standard Warlord trait. Next up in the HQ train is going to be a Daemon Prince of Tzeentch with wings. And he's going to be carrying along with him 2 sets of Malefic Talons. And his psychic powers are going to be Gaze of Fate, of course, and Warp Time. Then relic-wise, I'm going to be giving him the Dark Matter Crystal. So that'll be fun. I never brought that before. We'll see how it works. Troops-wise, I'm bringing 2 identical groups of 5 Rubric Marines, carrying their Infernal Bolt pistols. Their Infernal Bolt guns. The Aspiring Sorcerer is going to be carrying his Infernal Bolt pistol, and the Force Stave. And then the 2 different psychic powers for the 2 groups. One is going to be using Weaver of Fates, and the other is going to be using Tzeentch's Firestorm. And then ending up my troops is going to be a single group of 21 cultists, all carrying auto guns except for 2 of them, which are carrying heavy stubbers. And lastly, in my elites category is going to be 1 Hellbrute with a Hellbrute Fist, modified with a Heavy Flamer, and a Reaper autocannon. And that's my army.
Alright, this is going to be my 750 point battalion detachment of Successor Chapter. It will have the 2 successor traits, Whirlwind of Rage and Hungry for Battle. So those unique little benefits right there. Let's jump into my 2 HQs for this battalion, starting off with a Chaplain, bog standard, running his regular war gear, no upgrades for him. His one choice for his choosable litanies will be the Canticle of Hate. For my second HQ, I have a Captain who will have a Storm Shield and a Chainsword, which will be upgraded to the Teeth of Terror. And he will have Champion of Humanity. I will upgrade my Captain to be a Chapter Master. So spending 2 more command points on him to get all those rerolling to hits. Moving on from him to my troop choices, I've got 3 squads of tacticals, all exactly the same. Chain swords for the sergeants, and a melta-bomb on each of the sergeants. Pretty straightforward. Moving on from them, I've got 2 fast attack choices of 5-man assault squads, bare bones base on them, excluding the fact that the sergeants of each squad also has a melta-bomb. And finishing that up, I have 1 elite choice. It is a company champion, and I'll be spending 2 command points on him to give him a second relic, which is going to be the Burning Blade, which replaces his Power Sword. And he will also have the Warlord trait, Blade of the Imperium, to get extra bonuses for that. And he also is carrying a combat shield. Giving him a little extra protection. I literally think it's 1 point, so. Moving on from that, I have 3 dedicated transports. All of them rhinos, all of them running stormbolters. And that is 750 points of successor chapter. Should be interesting. Okay folks, here we are deployed for our cleanse and capture game mode from the Maelstrom of War section from the original core rulebook. This is, I think, the most straightforward Maelstrom mission possible. There are 6 Maelstrom mission markers on the map. At the start of your turn, if you have fewer than 3 tactical objectives, you generate up to 3. Otherwise, go and get your objectives. There's First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker in effect. Mike has his entire army deployed on the field, and on my side of the field, basically all my army is sitting comfortably in transports.
Yep.
Hidden right here. The 2 front ones have a tactical and assault squad each. The back one has a tactical squad and my 3 characters.
And there's where the last objective is.
So yeah, I finished deploying first because only 3 drops.
So that means you get the +1.
Let's roll and see who has first turn. Ye.
Darn.
I will choose to go first.
Okay.
Would you like to try to seize?
I would. I don't.
So it will be successor chapter, turn 1. Okay, folks, jumping into turn 1 here for the successor chapter. Starting off with my 3 tactical objectives. First off, I have secure objective 4, which is in the middle of the board right there. Defend objective 2, which I'm guessing is somewhere in Mike's deployment.
I believe so.
And domination. Alright, I'm not getting any of those anytime soon. My first turn's going to be real simple. I discard domination. I don't move anywhere, I don't pop any stratagems, I don't use any special abilities, I don't shoot, I don't psychic. That's my turn 1.
And there you have it, folks, the quickest turn 1. On to 1,000 Suns. Alright, 1,000 Suns turn 1, getting my tactical objectives, which is going to be defend objective 4. Well. Overwhelming firepower, kill something in the shooting phase. I can hope for that later. And priority orders received, which is master the warp.
Well, there you go. That's actually some points you can easily get.
Absolutely.
Your warlord cast a psychic power.
Oh, that'll be a hard one to get. Alright, well, on to movement. Alright, so movement phase for 1,000 Suns, turn 1. I had everyone here just move up, no advances yet. For everyone here, the Hellbrute moved up, just getting ready to fire some stuff into that window back there. The Daemon Prince moved up and then used his dark matter crystal to yeet all of my cultists way over here, readying them to ding a tank.
Yay.
Alright, so on to Psychic phase, where I'm going to be starting with the Daemon Prince. First off, casting Gaze of Fate. That's going to be a warp charge of 6 for a 3.
You do have full command
I
points.
do have full command points, but that's...
Spending command point to gain a reroll.
No. So, oh well, I missed that one. And just continuing with him, I'm going to have warp time on him so he can get it going. Which, an 8 should get that. Yep, warp charge 6, so he will move.
You might as well roll the advance right now on camera.
Yeah. Oop. A 2. So I'll move him real quick. And there he is after moving, getting just within 3 inches of objective 4, so starting defending that now. Next up is going to be, and I'll just go from left to right, or right to left. Weaver of Fates from this unit, aiming at the Hellbrute. So, Weaver of Fates is going to be a warp charge of 6. So, Shazam. Got it with an 11. Wish I was smiting something. So, he's got a 5-up invul. Alright, so next on to Ahriman, who's going to be casting Prescience first off on the Hellbrute. And it's going to be a warp charge of 7.
7.
Yes. Glorious. So that's 1 down. Diabolic Strength, it doesn't really matter who gets it, so I'm going to just throw it on himself. Warp Charge of 6. Got it. And lastly, Glamour of Tzeentch, which is going to be a Warp Charge of 7, and I am also going to be throwing that at the Hellbrute. So, got it.
There you
So,
go.
huzzah! I casted 3 psychic powers with my Warlord this turn, thus securing that objective.
Yay.
Huzzah. And with all that out of the way, on to shooting, which I think I'm going to start with the low numbers and then go to the high. So I'm starting off shooting phase with the Hellbrute. Before I start shooting, I'm actually going to be using the stratagem Blasphemous Machines, which basically allows me to move and fire heavy weapons or advance and fire assault weapons without penalty. With Prescience, that means he's going to be hitting on 2s, and his target for his Reaper Assault Cannon, or yeah, I think that's it, is going to be the 1 dedicated transport in the window there on the right. So 4 shots hitting on 2s with his Reaper Autocannon. And I think his only
6-inch range for re-rolling 1s.
yes, alright, so no effect with that. I also think it also just affects infantry.
I think it's all 1,000 Suns.
Fair enough. Well, that's 3 6s, which that meant something. And wounding on 4s.
What?
For Juan.
50% obscured or better, so a threat save. Yay.
Got it. Alright, oh well. Then on to a lot of dice. Alright, so for this group, I'm actually going to be starting with the heavy stubbers, and literally every gun is going to be going into this vehicle right here. So before I start shooting, I'm going to pop another command point for Veterans of the Long War, which basically just allows me to reroll all wound rolls. No, sorry, add 1 to all wound rolls for that unit. So starting with the heavy stubbers, going to that, hitting on 5s, because I moved and shot heavy weapons, for not a 1. Alright, so 38 shots with all of the varied auto guns in that group, going into that one same target, hitting on 4s. Here they all are. 19 and 20 shots connected.
Slightly above average.
Yep. 20 shots to wound, or 20 wounds, hopefully. Wounding on 5s because of Veteran of the Long War. Otherwise, it'd be 6s. 9. Nearly half.
9 3-up armor saves. I fail 4. Wow, that's actually a really bad roll. Oh well, 4 damage.
Alright. Yay, I did something. And that is the end of my turn. At the end of my turn, I get halfway to defending that. And I get to roll a, I think, D3?
Master of the War, you did 3 powers, so D3 victory points for that. And
Yes. 2.
and you get 3 victory points for priority orders received.
So I have a total of 5 victory points.
Yep.
Nice.
Do you want to discard overwhelming firepower or defend 4?
I will discard overwhelming firepower.
Alright, going into turn 2, you need to generate 1 more tactical objective. Defend objective 1. Well,
Isn't that, like...
on your side of the board.
It is.
I'm not doing too good on my
Over there.
draws for my objectives. Oh well. Okay, turn 2 movement for the successor chapter. Disgorged from the 1 transport that had a tactical squad and an assault squad. Disgorged from the 2nd transport that had my characters and a tactical squad. Those guys all moved this way. The 1 transport that still is filled with things moved around. The damage transport moved into the corner there to be out of line of sight. And this one is sitting... You know what? Yeah. He'll be here, waiting for things to hop back into it. Okay, and that'll be it for my movement. On to the shooting phase. The only thing I will say before going into the shooting phase, I switched out of Devastator to Tactical Doctrine. Moving on to the shooting phase, I'm going to start off with my 2 tactical squads that are out on the board. Are going to go ahead and group their fire and shoot into these cultists. It's going to be a total of 20 shots coming out of them. And they're both in range of my Chapter Master, so they get to reroll all the hits. Hitting on 3s. 6 misses. Get converted into 1 miss. So 19 hits. So wounding on 3s. 5 failed wounds, so 19 minus 5, 14 wounds.
Alrighty then.
AP minus 1, because I'm in the Tactical Doctrine.
And with AP minus 1 and a 6-up save, that's just 14 dead.
Okay. Moving on to these 2 rhinos here. One's in rapid fire, the other one is just outside of it. Technically this one is close enough to get the rerolls, but I'm not going to bother. 6 shots, hitting on 3s. For 5 hits. And then wounding on 3s. And once again, AP minus 1, so 3 more just go down.
Yep.
5 bolt pistol shots from the assault squad. Hitting on 3s, rerolling all to hit. 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Okay, so 3 wounds. These do not have AP minus 1.
Oh, yay. 3 6-ups. I made one.
Yeah. Bolt pistol shot from my chaplain. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 3. No.
Okay.
Do I want to bother to charge?
First blood.
I get first blood either way.
True.
Unless you spend 2 command points to make cultists stay.
That's... Please.
Just to deny me first blood.
Please.
No, I don't have to charge. They're dead anyway.
Alright.
Okay.
So, anything else shooting?
Pop smoke.
Fair enough. And that is it?
Yep, that's it.
Alright. No objectives this turn?
No, but I will discard defend 1.
Fair enough. So on to Thousand Suns turn 2. I'm going to spend those 2 command points.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Made you waste command points.
Yep. Alright, Thousand Suns turn 2, drawing cards. At the end of Tom's turn 2, I did in fact get secure or defend objective 4, so 1 more victory point for that.
2 more.
Oh, 2 more victory points for that. So I get to pull 3 new cards, one of which is going to be Domination.
Hold every objective.
I'll be throwing that one away. Next is going to be Big Game Hunter.
Kill something with 10 or more wounds.
Fair enough. And Advance.
I have no units in your deployment zone.
That one might be...
No, you can advance these guys.
Yeah.
You're practically at your border.
So I'll probably be able to get that one, but I'll definitely throw away Domination at the end of my turn.
Yeah. That is a only got if you're already winning card.
Yes. Alright, so on to movement. Alright, so movement phase for Thousand Suns. Turn 2. I moved and advanced both of my Rubric Marine squads, getting a 4 for this group and getting a 1 twice for the second group, spending a command point to re-roll the 1 into a 1.
Which means he did not get out of his deployment zone.
I did not get out of my deployment zone. The Hellbrute stayed put, getting ready to fire its weapons off in a direction over here. Aramon moved and advanced from that corner over to here, getting ready to buff the Demon Prince, who moved forward his full 12, did not advance. Getting ready to maybe do some stuff over here later. So with movement out of... and they moved to be in cohesion.
Yes.
So with movement out of the way, on to Psychic Powers, where I think I'm going to start with Aramon. Alright, so starting Psychic off with Aramon himself. He's going to be starting off throwing Diabolic Strength at the Daemon Prince. It's going to be a warp charge of 6, which a 10 will get it.
Okay.
So sweet for that. Next, he's going to throw Glamour of Zinch also on the Demon Prince. Warp charge of 7. Did not get that one, so I'm going to spend a... I've got 3 left.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a command point, reroll that. Got it with a 10.
Okay.
And then lastly, Prescience, I'm going to throw on the Hellbrute. And that is going to be a warp charge of 7 as well. Which I think I got it with his inbuilt +1.
I think Armon has a +1. Arch Sorcerer's Zinch add 1 to all psychic tests or do not.
So I just managed to get it.
Yep.
Sweet, so that's all his psychic powers off. Demon Prince himself, casting Gaze of Fate, which is a warp charge of 6. Got it with him. And then Warp Time, which is also a 6. Got it with a 7.
Okay.
Where I am not going to advance him, but I'm just going to move him up forward.
Yee.
And lastly in the psychic phase is that group of rubrics. Their aspiring sorcerer is going to throw Weaver of Fates onto the Hellbrute. So that's going to be a warp charge of 6. And I got it with an 8. So that's 1 5-up invul for him. Alright, shooting phase, starting off with these 2 poor men, firing at this group right here. So 2 shots with their auto guns, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, wounding on 6s. 5s. Nope. And then 3 shots with the heavy stubber. They did move, technically.
Good.
So this is going to be hitting on 5s.
1.
For 1.
And then wounding on a 4.
And then wounding on a 4. No. Alright. Good job, guys.
Yeah, well, didn't expect much from them.
I really didn't. And then lastly is going to be the Hellbrute. He's going to throw all of his available shots into that. And I'm actually going to be using a stratagem, Fire Frenzy. So I can use this on a Thousand Suns Hellbrute, which he is. If he did not move this movement phase, he can fire all of his weapons twice. But the attacks must be at the nearest visible unit, thus attacking that, and not that group of rubrics or Marines over there.
Tacticals.
Tacticals. So 8 shots with his assault cannon.
Yep.
Going in, hitting on 2s because prescient.
Pop smoke.
3s, you're correct.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Alright, so I unfortunately don't have anything to counter his smoke. So, hitting on 3s, 8 shots. For...
Aha! I made you miss 3 shots.
Yeah, I would have hit with all. So, 5 hit, wounding on strength 7, so...
7.
4s. Really?
1.
Really?
You got a prescience and 1 command point left if you want to spend it.
Oh, no. No, please just roll your 3.
You would say I'm 50% obscure.
You're 50% obscured. Roll your 3.
3 up save! Made
Yeah,
it.
alright. Hellbrute, come on. I've spent 2 command points on you. Can you damage something, please? It would be very nice.
Yes, yeah. It hasn't done any damage.
Nope. They've done more damage than you.
Yeah, they dealt 4.
You dealt 4. Alright, well, with shooting out of the way, nothing else is within range. They advanced, so they can't shoot. On to charges to declare. I'm starting with the Chaos Cultists going into that group of tacticals.
Okay. The sergeant will huck a frag grenade at the guy in front.
Yeet.
And then the other ones will just rapid fire their bolt guns.
Fair enough.
8 bolt gun shots hitting on 6s. But I am within 6 inches of a chapter master, and it specifically says reroll all hit rolls, not specific to any phase.
Okay.
So, rerolling to hit. Nothing extra from that.
Okay, just the 1.
Just the 1 from the bolt gun. Wounding on a 3. Wounds, AP -1, so 1 dead cultist.
1 dead cultist.
D6 number of frags. 3. Hitting on 6s. Rerolling to hit. Meh.
Yes.
It's a good thing I
1
wasn't-
gets in.
wasn't one of the factions that hit on 5s.
Oh. So his charge distance in, he makes it with an 11.
And I think you were only charging
I am
just the tacticals.
only charging just the tacticals. And then my second charge is going to be from the Daemon Prince, going into that same group of tacticals. I'm just going to roll his charge -2 because he's in cover.
Yep. And you got a 6.
Yeah. So he makes it.
Yeah.
All right. So with everyone in as they are, I'm going to be starting with the Daemon Prince. With all of the buffs on him right now, he's going to have 9 attacks, strength 9, hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 2s. The various buffs on him are Diabolic Strength, the new rule with basically all of Chaos, allowing them to get, when they charge in, 1 extra attack.
Yeah.
And I believe Tom is going to do a thing as he's holding cards.
Okay. You are choosing to attack those tactical squad.
I am choosing to attack the tactical squad.
Alright, spending 2 command points on Transhuman Physiology until the end of the phase when resolving any attack made against this unit. Any unmodified roll of a 1 through 3 always fails, irrespective of any benefits or modifiers.
What?
So you wounded on, you were wounding on 2s. Now you have to wound on a 4-up.
Wow.
For 2 command points.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's insanely good.
Yep.
Okay, sure. Hitting on 2s, we're rolling 1s because he's near himself. 9 attacks.
That's a lot of 1s.
That is 4 1s, we're rolling those.
Got 1 again.
So 1 miss, so 8 hits. Wounding on 4s now because shenanigans. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Would have been 7. Okay.
AP -2, so 5-up saves. I saved 2 off the bat. And then I think I will just let 2 die.
Okay. Are you going to be spending 2 command
Nope.
points? Okay. Alright, next up in combat is going to be the 1 Chaos Cultist. Tom, are you going to intervene?
Nope.
Alright, so 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. I made 1. Wounding on 5s. Oh my god. No AP.
3-up save! Made it.
Okay. Your attack's back.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and pile him in that way. 2 attacks from the 1 tactical into the cultist, and then the 5 remaining other attacks into the Demon Prince. So, 2 attacks going into the cultist, hitting on 3s, rerolling to hit because captain nearby. All hit. Wounding on 3s. Both wound, no AP at this moment.
2 6-ups.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Woohoo, first blood.
Yep.
Alright, 5 attacks going into the Demon Prince. Once again, hitting on 3s. Rerolling all to hit. 6s give me 1 additional attack, I do believe. A 6 is an additional hit, not an additional roll, so 6 successful hits, and these are going to be wounding on 5s. For 2. No AP
Alright.
at the moment. So your 3-up armor.
Yeah. Alright, that's going to be 2 3-ups. For made 1, failed 1.
You have 1 command point left.
How much damage does that do?
Just 1.
I'm good.
Okay.
Is that the end of,
Your fight phase?
Yes. Ooh. There was venom in that. Have a raspberry.
Woohoo! 1 victory point for me!
Yep. Alright, at the end of my phase, I did not manage to get out of my deployment zone, so I do not get that command point. I'm obviously discarding domination. Astartes' turn. 3.
Okay, on to turn 3 for the Space Marines. Trolling my 3rd card again. Secure Objective 6. Finally, I will gain a point from cards. Because that is right where my command transport is. Okay, before we get into any movement in the movement phase, at the start of the battle round, I need to do my canticle, or not canticle, litany. On a 3-up, I will do the Canticle of Hate, which I do. That is a 6-inch aura around my chaplain, which gives everything in that range +2 to charge, and when they pile in or consolidate, they move 6 instead of 3 inches. So basically, disgorged and went after. The one tactical squad is still in here. That's the only unit still in a vehicle. Stayed in combat with the tacticals that are already there. Everything else, move to get them.
Alrighty then.
Alright. Some shooting, because I got some pistol shots. Okay, in the shooting phase, there isn't terribly much to actually shoot. The 3 guys that are locked in combat with their bolt pistols are going to shoot the Demon Prince. 3 shots, hitting on 3s, rerolling to hit. Rerolling to hit is the Chapter Master. All 3 successfully hit, wounding on 5s. 1 wound, AP -1.
Alright, 4 up. There you go.
Yay!
Oh! You said 3 stick? Oh, it was with a 4, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because he's still got Glamour of Zinch on him.
Yeah, I gotta remember that. And then this transport is gonna go and put 2 shots into them.
Fair enough.
Hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 1 miss. Wounding on a 4. Nothing. Alright, that's it for shooting.
Alright, charges to declare?
Yes. Let's start off with my captain. Can't fail. So
Yeah, most of everything you've got here is within 1 inch already. Or just outside.
Next I'll do this assault squad. -2 for the crater, but +2 because of the chant. 12.
14,
Yeah.
if it wasn't in a crater.
So basically they're going to go to the other side of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sort of ending up like so. Technically more packed in there, but his wings in the crater make that difficult.
Wobbly model.
Chaplain going in.
Okay, well, 3 and 1.
So 4 inches. I think 4 inches is more than enough. Yeah. And then this squad's going to go 9 inches.
So they'll make it in.
Yep. Ending up like so, wobbly model. Champion, charging in, +2. Eat.
Makes it.
Under his arm, somewhere.
Got him well surrounded.
And then tactical squad would be kind of going in right here. Because the wobbly model, these guys are all like there. They should be able to make it. With a 7. Let's see, 7. Yeah, that's more than enough to go straight in. So, get in there. Okay, to start this fight off, I'm going to start with my captain. He has 4 attack space. The Teeth of Terror give him 3 additional attacks. He charged, and he is fighting a character to bring his attack total up to 9.
Alright.
He also adds 1 to all hit rolls and wound rolls when fighting a character.
Which negates my Glamour
-1.
of Zinch.
Yep. So, 9 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling to hit. Rerolling to hit. All successfully hit. He is, however, only strength 5, so he would be normally wounding on a 5, but he adds 1 to all wound rolls when fighting a character. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. Not bad. AP -2.
So 4 up invul. Is it 4?
Yep.
So 4 up invul. Made 1.
They do 2 damage a pop.
Okay. He's got 2 wounds left. I don't really see a benefit of spending command points here because Puddle of Hate.
Okay.
So he's got 2 wounds left.
Alright, up next I'm going to have my champion go, and he's going to put his total of 6 attacks in. 4 base, +1 for the bonus warlord trait that gives +1 strength, +1 attack. And then he charged, so 6 attacks.
Alright.
Hitting on 3s because of the -1 to hit, but re-rolling all to hit. 3 misses. 1 miss. And this is a strength 8 weapon.
Alrighty then.
It is the Burning Blade. So, wounding on 3s, rerolling to wound. Because you are a character, and he fights characters.
Ah.
So that is 5 wounds with AP minus 6. And 2 damage pop, I think.
Alright, well, 5 4-up invols. 4, he's dead.
4 of them.
You bifurcated my demon.
Yay!
Get off. Alright. Would you like to consolidate?
Alright, and this is where everything will end up after pile-ins and consolidates. After their activations with nothing to fight. So, that will be the end of my turn 3.
On to 1,000 Suns turn 3. Alright, turn 3,000 Suns, finding out what my one missing objective is. It is... Really? Hold the line.
Well, you can either go back into your deployment zone, or move your 1 inch forward to get advance.
Alright, well, on to movement. Alright, so movement phase for 1,000 Suns. Just kind of moved everything forward just a little bit. The Hellbrute stayed put so we can actually shoot at its full ballistics. I'm now out of my deployment zone.
Yay!
So I'll get that point.
Yes.
So on to Psychic phase, where I'm going to start just kind of forward and go back. So starting off with Tzeentch's Firestorm from this group, going into the only viable unit, the tank. It's going to be a warp charge of 7. And got it with an 8. So with Tzeentch's Firestorm, I'm going to roll 9 dice. On every 6 does a mortal wound to that tank. So, and not a 1. So, oh well.
That's the dice
Yep,
roll.
that's the dice rolls. So, that's 1 down. Next is going to be Weaver of Fates from that group, going on itself. And that is going to be a warp charge of 6. So, got it with just a 6. So, huzzah. Next, moving on to Ahriman himself, who's going to be putting Glamour of Tzeentch. Yeah, I'm just going to put it on the rubrics. So that's going to be a warp charge of 7. And got it with a 9. Well, 10, because Ahriman. Next up is going to be Prescience, where I'm just going to throw it on the Hellbrute one more time. Hopefully it can do damage this time.
Yep.
And that's going to be warp charge of 7 as well. Rolled a 6 with his +1, 7.
Yep.
Made it. And lastly, I'm going to throw a smite at closest unit, which is the dedicated transport. Got a 9, so D3. 3.
1 command point for Armor of Contempt.
Alright.
Armor of Contempt, basically, if it's a vehicle would suffer a mortal wound, on a 5-up, it ignores it.
Fair enough.
So, 5-up, feel no pains, basically. Waste of command point. Oh well.
I know the feeling. Alright, with Psychic out of the way, on to shooting. Alright, so starting off with the Hellbrute, firing into the tank. 4 shots, hitting on 2s, because Prescience. For 2 hits. He is close enough to Ahriman for the rerolling +1s or rerolling 1s?
3 rolling ones.
Rerolling 1s. For 1 additional hit. Wounding on 4s, I believe.
Correct.
For 2 possible wounds.
2 3-up saves. Yeah, failed 1.
Alright. So this Rubric Squad can only fire with these 3. These 2 are out of range, and I'm shooting the vehicle. So 3 shots, hitting on 3s. For 2. Rerolling 1s because Ahriman. And still miss. Wounding on 5s. For both wound.
Yeah. 4 up armor save. Yeah, failed both.
All right. Boop. And then this group here is going to basically do the exact same thing, shooting in. I think they're all in range. All right. So firing with this group, but I did mess up in this group's shooting. He should not have shot. He is the psyker in this group, so he would not have had a bolt gun. Yeah. So I'm going to be taking 1 dice away from this group for this shooting.
To make up the diff.
To make up the diff. So 3 shots from this group going into the tank as well, hitting on 3s for 2 1s and a cocked die. Hit. And then wounding on 5s for 1 possible wound.
4 up armor. Made it.
Alright. And then I think that's it for shooting. I have no charges to declare. That is going to be the end of my turn. I get 1 command point, or not 1 victory point from exiting my deployment zone. And I'm going to be throwing away, and I think I'm going to keep all the cards that I have right now. So that's the end of my turn. On to Tom's turn 4.
Okay, going into turn 4 here, need to generate 2 new cards. Having discarded 1 and finally succeeded in getting 1. I get behind enemy lines, be in the enemy's deployment zone.
Well.
And defend number 4. Right there.
Alrighty then.
Okay, turn 4 movement for Space Marines. Basically, it's time for me to move up the board. Now that I've dealt with his push, now for me to counter push.
Yep.
So, the one squad that the one vehicle that had the tacticals in it advanced, trying to make a break for the building. Didn't quite get far enough. Both my other 2 vehicles back here both advanced. This one had both assault squads board it. This one had the full tactical squad and the 3 characters board it. And then the 1 remaining tactical squad advanced, using it as a physical line of sight blocker as they move up the board. So, yeah. With that being done, I advanced literally everything that could. All my stuff's rapid fire, so nothing will be shooting. So my front vehicle here will pop smoke, and might as well pop smoke on this one as well.
Alrighty then. And I do believe that ends your turn.
I will discard behind enemy lines.
That's 2 very quick turns. Alright, on to my turn. What are we at? 4?
Yeah, we're in turn 4.
Alright. Thousand Suns turn 4, drawing back up to 3 with Power of Cabal. While this tactical objective is active, keep a tally of the number of psychic powers you successfully resolve during a psychic phase each turn. At the end of the first turn in which you successfully resolved at least 2 psychic powers, score 1 victory point for every 2 psychic powers successfully resolved in that turn, to a maximum of 6 victory points. Alright, so movement for turn 4. Basically moved back, slided over, fit in between for cover, moved over, and advanced backwards as kind of a test to see if I could actually make it into wholly within my starting zone, which I couldn't, so I just kind of moved everyone else standard. So that's all movement done. On to Psychic Powers, where I'm going to start with this group, throwing a Zinch's Firestorm at him. They can still see the back end all the way through this way, so it does meet line of sight. So going with a warp charge of 7 with Zinch's Firestorm. Perils. My one last command point could be used right here.
You'll lose that psyker.
Made it, didn't die.
Yep.
And I'm out of command points.
Yep.
Alright, so Zinch's Firestorm, as always, 9 dice on every 6, does a mortal wound.
for 1 mortal wound. Boop. Are you going to spend that 1 command point thing?
Yeah, you're more than likely to get that smite off, so it's going to be between 1 and 4 damage or higher. So yeah, I'll spend the 1. My last command point for Armor of Contempt. 5 up. No.
Okay. Next up is going to be this group doing Weaver of Fates on the Hell Brute. So that's going to be Warp Charge of 6. Made it with a 9. Then on to Ahriman, who is going to cast Prescience on the Hell Brute. Warp Charge 7. 3, didn't make it. And Glamour of Tzeentch on the Hell Brute as well. So, Warp Charge.
You got a 7.
I got a 7 total. Put him back. And then lastly, I'm going to throw a Smite at the same tank. Which, 8. Got it, so D3. 3.
Almost as guaranteed you would have gotten a 5 on that.
Yep.
5 up, feel no pains! And waste of command points, and the vehicle is dead.
Yay!
Does it explode?
Big Game Hunter.
It technically does, but there's nothing near it.
Nope, because the way it works is they haven't disembarked yet, so they don't catch the explosion.
5 guys have to emergency disembark. 1 dice.
Oh, cocked.
1 dice.
Alright. Alright, with all that psychic down, and on to shooting. So, going with the Hellbrute as the only model that can fire at the moment. Going into the dedicated transport. Can you get 50% obscured from other models?
No.
Okay, then I'm absolutely going to shoot the one on the back that's damaged.
Has 4 wounds on it. Alright, fair enough. 4 wounds taken off.
Yep, so 4 shots going into that one there. Hitting on 4s because he moved.
5s.
Popped smoke. Both popped smoke.
Yep.
Ugh. Hitting on 5s because moved firing heavy weapons, didn't get prescience off, and popped smoke. So 4 shots hitting on 5s.
Didn't matter, you
4,
made them almost all anyway.
3 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2.
2 4-up saves. I can't make it.
And that ends my turn. At the end of my turn, I do not get Hold the Line. I do get Big Game Hunter. And I did get the Cabal for 2 victory points. Which brings me up to 11 victory points to Tom's 2. On to... I keep wanting to call them Guard. On to Space Marines.
Going into turn 5, generating a tactical objective. Assassinate, kill a character.
I've got 1.
Yeah. Alright, turn 5 movement is straightforward. Everything advanced, excluding the 1 tactical squad, they just move their 6 inches forward. Yeah. Because I didn't want to stick them outside of the building with no fire support. Actually got a 6 on that one's advance, and then pretty much everything else rolled a 2. So, up they go. Extra plus 1 inch for our tactic. Yeah, and with that being done, I discard Assassinate and end my turn.
Fair enough. Alright, at the start of Thousand Suns turn 5, I get 2 more cards. In this form of Assassinate.
Kill a character.
And Secure Objective 2, which is in this building.
Maybe Ahriman if you dedicate him to fly all the way over there.
Maybe, but I think I'm alright.
Yeah, I think you have enough points.
I think I have enough points. So, on to movement. Alright, so movement for turn 5. Thousand Suns. moved everything back, didn't advance anything, staying within 12 inches for shooting this, as well as moving back within 24. So I've got 3 units, 1, 2, 3, within my starting zone, thus getting hold the line. And then just moved standard for him just over here to get in the way. So starting off Psychic phase then, with a Tzeentch's Firestorm from this group going into him on a warp charge of 7. Got it with an 11. So 9 dice on 6s, doing mortal wounds for 1. Next is going to be Weaver of Fates from that group going into the Hellbrute. So warp charge of 6. Got it with an 8. Next is going to be Glamour of Tzeentch from Ahriman, also going into the Hellbrute. Warp charge 7. Didn't get it. Prescience going into the Hellbrute. Got it with a 10. And lastly, a Smite going into the Transport.
Got it with a 6.
Got it with a 6. D3
For 2.
for 2.
It's the first time he didn't roll a total.
About 5.
Yeah, 5 with him. Ooh, one more.
Alright, and then that's it for Psychic. Onto Shooting, where I think I'm going to put literally everything in this tank. Alright, starting off the shooting phase with the Hellbrute going into the tank, starting with his Reaper autocannon. 4 shots, hitting on 3s because of Prescience. Would have been 2s, but I moved. So hitting on 3s for 3. Wounding on 4s for none.
Yay.
D6 number of shots now for the Heavy Flamer for 5. And then wounding on 5s with that, which is going to be
2.
3.
3. Okay.
3.
3 forp saves because AP -1. Oh, my saving has gotten so bad for some reason. I take 3.
Okay. Next is going to be this group firing in with all of its shots. So this group has 9 shots going in total with all of its Infernal Bolt flavor. This will be hitting on 3s with 9 shots. 1s, reroll because of Ahriman, getting 1 back. And then wounding on 5s for 3.
One of these times you're not going to treat 5 ups as like 3s or 4 ups. That's 3 5-up saves, which I don't make any.
No.
Alright, he's got 1 wound left.
Alright. Alright, so next is going to be Ahriman with his 1 Infernal Bolt pistol. He is in range to shoot the tank. He's got 1 shot, hitting on a 2.
You hit.
Hit. Wounding on a 5.
Hey, look, you made it.
I made it.
I want to say that's like your 80th percentile of a 5-up, and a 5-up save for me. And I finally, I think that's like my 2nd or 3rd 5-up this entire game.
Unfortunately, that means that my last group of rubrics is going to put everything they have into it as well.
Yay.
So 9 shots, hitting on 3s for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 miss. Wounding on 5s for 2.
Finally, not a good 5-up roll.
For 2.
It's still going to be enough, though.
2
2 5-up saves. Oh, never mind.
It's 2 6s.
Ooh, boxcars. It survives with 1 wound.
Alright,
Do you want to charge it?
no, because it's going to explode.
It only explodes on a 6-up.
True. But you're just going to... I'm really on the fence with this one. I'm going to actually charge.
Fair enough.
I'll be starting with my Hellbrute that's all buffed and whatnot. Your Overwatches?
Oh. Ooh, 4 Stormbolter shots on 6s. I missed.
Okay. his charge in.
Made
With
it.
a 9, made it. Alright, next I'm going to be charging with this group going in. Need a big number. 9. I'll move them in. Next is going to be this group charging in with 6. I'm actually not sure they even make it. Alright, choosing to have, or here's where everyone made it in, and choosing to have the Hellbrute go first. I did his pile in 3 inches over here, hoping to get as much area to deny exits as possible, but who am I kidding? Everyone's going to show up over here.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's got 5 attacks going in, +1 because of the new Chaos rule. I did not get any other types of, like, a melee buff on him, so this is just going to be his standard punch with his Hellbrute Fist. So 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, because prescience.
All hit, right?
For all hit. Was the Death of the False Emperor on hits, or...
It should be on Death of the False Emperor. Actually, hit rolls of 6 up.
Oh,
Grant an extra attack. These do not generate additional attacks themselves.
sweet. So with prescience, a 5 would be a 6?
Yep.
So
3 extra attacks.
3 extra attacks.
Do you honestly need them?
God, no. That's 3 roll attacks? Or
Yeah, it's just 3 extra attacks. Alright, so giving you 2 extra hits.
Yep. Wounding on
3s.
3s, because strength 12. Would you look at that? I think it might be dead.
AP minus 3, correct?
Correct.
So I have a 6 up save for what? 6? 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. 7 6 up saves. Oh, I didn't. I made 1.
Okay.
Well,
Does it explode?
Yeah.
No. Disembark your men's.
Alright, and disembarking like so, and removing the rhino. So both squads are fine.
Yep. Darn. Didn't get enough wraparound.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my turn.
You don't want to pile in with anything?
Not towards anything, no, because you'll be able to attack me. I won't be able to attack you.
Oh.
It's like, nah, I'm good. Thanks,
Okay.
though. So that is the end of my turn. I don't get hold the line because I moved stuff away from it. And I don't think I had anything else I was going for.
Nope. You had secure 2, which you didn't go for, and
No.
assassinate.
No.
You want to discard secure 2?
Yes, please. Discard secure 2. Now the question is, does the game end? Tom.
On a 1 or 2, the game ends. No, we
No.
go into turn 6. Yay.
Alrighty then.
Alright, turn 6 for the Space Marines. For the Emperor, score 1 victory point if at least one Adeptus infantry or biker unit succeeded a charge move this turn.
Well, you're going to get that one.
Yes. Alright, movement for turn 6. Surprisingly, very important turn for the Space Marines. The 2 assault squads kind of spread out a little bit. The one staying put, so it doesn't really need to move anywhere. Probably should have moved it a little bit down the side. The 4-man tactical squad exited the building. Everything that was in this vehicle moved, disembarked, and they moved their 6 inches forward. And then that tactical squad moved their 6 inches forward to claim objective 4. Finally, I start securing and defending 4. I've only had, like, secure objective 4 since, like, turn 1. Oh well. With that being done, it is time to move on to the shooting phase, where I think I'll go squad by squad and start off with this tactical squad firing all their shots into that.
Alright.
Okay, so this squad is all in rapid fire, so a total of 10 shots coming out of it going into those. Hitting on 3s, we rolling all to hit because the Chapter Master. Good thing I failed 5 hits. Yeah, 2 misses, so 8 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
An AP.
No AP on the bolt gun.
And 1 damage, so 2 up.
What you mean?
I'm 8.
Alright.
Because all is dust.
3 shots from this tactical squad over here. You know what? I'm just going to group the Storm Bolter in there as well.
All right.
So both of these firing in. Hitting on 3s. I'm going to ignore that because I grouped it weird. And wounding on 4s. For 3. Once again, no AP.
All right. 3 2-ups. Hit it.
So let's do this squad next. Melt a bomb into that and 4 pistols into them.
All right.
4 pistols going into the squad. Hitting on 3s. All hits. Wounding on 4s. For 3 wounds with AP -1, but 1 damage.
Okay. So it'd be 3-ups.
Yep.
3-ups.
Hey, you finally failed
Made
one.
2, failed 1.
The Melt a bomb going into the Hellbrute, hitting on a 3. Successfully hits. Strength 8, so wounding on a 3. Successfully wounds. AP -4.
Ooh. He might just eat that. No, he's got
3 up. And he got a 5 up invuln.
5 up invul. So, yeah, 1 5 up invul.
Yep.
Made it.
Alright, this squad's going to go ahead and activate rapid firing bolt guns, melt a bomb.
All right.
So, 6 bolt guns hitting on 3s. 3 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound. No AP.
1 2 up. Made it.
Melt a bomb on a 3. Wounding on a 3. Fails to wound. Second squad. Bolt pistoling this squad. And melt a bomb as well. Bolt pistol sitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds with AP -1.
2 3-ups. Made both.
Melt a bomb on a 3. Wounding on a 3. Failed to wound.
I think that group hasn't fired
No,
yet?
they fired.
Okay.
I need to see what my characters, like, I know they've got crack grenades, I need to see their stat blocks. And then my characters are going to go, and all of them are going to throw crack grenades into the Hellbrute. 2 of them have a ballistic skill of 3, so 2 shots hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 1 fail. Strength 6 versus tough of 6, I think.
I think 6.
So a 4. Hey, I finally wound. AP -1.
1 4 up.
Hey,
I do not make it.
D3 damage. 1.
All right.
The 1 crack grenade coming out of the captain successfully hits. Wounds on a 4. Successfully wounds. AP -1.
4 up. Nope. And thank you.
D3 damage
Okay.
for 3.
So there we go.
Remembering that he gives rerolls in the aura, so the one that failed to hit on a 2, hitting on a 3, successfully hits. Wounds on a 4. Successfully wounds. AP -1.
4 up. Nope.
Another D3 for 2.
All right.
Man, if those melt-a-bombs actually, didn't fail the wound on.
I literally don't know what it is. 5s, I'm golden. I'm not worried about 5s. 4s and literally any other number. Aw, damn.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest. I cannot explain this. How many wounds does he have? I think it's 8 total.
Yeah, it's 8. Alright, that's it for shooting. On to the charge phase, where I'm going to actually start off with my captain declaring a charge onto him.
All right. Well, Overwatch is going to be 4 shots from the Reaper autocannon on 6s. No. D6 number of shots from the Flamer
Ah, yes. For 2.
for 2. Wounding on...
3. It's only top 4.
Alright, wounding on 3s for 1.
4 up armor or invul. And he takes 1.
Okay.
Charge distance -1. I rolled a 3 because apparently my dice decide I shouldn't win. Okay, with that fail, I guess I'll send the champion in next. Same target.
Alright. 4 shots with the Reaper autocannon, hitting on 6s. None. D6 number of shots from the Heavy Flamer for 3. Wounding on, I imagine, 3s. For 2.
3 up saves because I actually remembered he's in the crater.
Ah.
I still fail 1. Charge distance. I rolled a 5. -1, 4 is not enough. Chaplain, doing the same thing. Go ahead.
Hitting on 6s. D6 number of shots. 1 possible wound.
3 up save. Hey.
Made it. Does he
Charge
make it?
distance.
1 and 2.
-1. I rolled a 2. I GG. I can't win.
Alright.
With dice rolls like that, I'm done.
Because...
I could technically take out the rubrics. I wouldn't be able to finish the Dreadnought this turn. I've got nothing that...
And he would probably survive to run away.
Yeah.
And at the end of next turn, or maybe turn 7, if he's still around, I win by points.
Yeah, I needed to get in and basically finish that and tie these up. So going into turn 7, they'd be dead by combat.
Yeah.
So I'd have turn 7 to focus down him. But all 3 characters failing, this squad's not going to even try because they can't do damage. Well, they can, but not realistic.
Realistically, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus just the survivability of at least the 2 units.
And
And
the
my
dice,
goddamn
absolutely.
5s.
Your 5s, and then the dice saying, no, just stop. Fucking 3 melt-a-bombs failing to wound. And then 3 charges of like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah, that was dice saying no,
Yeah. So.
which always sucks.
Oh well.
Yep.
Well, it's an interesting army. I feel like it can actually play rather well.
Oh yeah, especially with the vehicle push,
Yeah.
because each and every single one of those vehicles I treated essentially like just a bucket of spiders waiting to pop.
Yeah.
It was just full of hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an interesting build.
Getting a little psychic support in it, or some heavy vehicle backup.
Yeah,
For that last 250 points for 1,000 would make this, I think, a very viable list.
Absolutely. Like an 1,000-point list of this would probably be way more effective.
Yeah. And it still was effective. I just.
Oh yeah, no, I meant just like
Yeah.
stacking bonuses.
It didn't help the fact that I think for like 70% of my advances, I rolled a 2 or less.
Yeah. Mobile army, that is the bane of a mobile army, rolling a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this battle report, and have a good one.